So guys, Evercade versus Pocket Go. Which one is better? Let's find out. Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. Today I'm going to look at the two consoles I got recently, handheld, the Evercade and the Pocket Go. So guys, first off, looking at the Pocket Go and the Evercade, you can see clearly obviously the size, they are massively different. The Pocket Go is a lot smaller than I was expecting when I ordered it, and there is a version 2 available which is slightly bigger again, but the obvious differences between the Pocket Go and the Evercade is that the Pocket Go takes a memory card where you have to supply all the games yourself. There are a few pre-installed, however the Evercade uses cartridges, which is kind of unusual, but this is how the games work, which means you're probably more limited to the amount of games that you could probably have on each console. So if you look at the two setups, both have sort of similar sort of buttons set out. Both have actual shoulder buttons that you can use. Obviously you have your start and select on both as well. Both uses the D-pad. I actually find the D-pad on the Evercade is much more responsive and it's more friendly. It seems better to use than the Pocket Go. Because the Pocket Go, sometimes when you're playing, it seems to stick a bit. It's not the most responsive. And price wise, you're talking, the Pocket Go was about £30. The Evercade standard pack is about £60, which comes with one game, the Namco Museum, depending on what area you're from, where the premium pack comes with 3 titles. So probably value for money, the Pocket Go probably beats that right away. So you can also display both of them to the TV. There's a HDMI out here, mini, and there's a AV out for the Pocket Go here, which you can put them on the TV if you so desire. Not really what we're looking at here, so we're just going to look at the differences in the games. We're going to maybe have a look at the same games that both of them can play and see what the comparisons are. So first I will look at 8 eyes on the Pocket Go. As you can see, the sound's pretty good. It's quite colourful. This is the NES version. Not sure if this was released in Edgar. You can actually see the emulation is quite good on here, though some of the sounds, you see it's a little bit jumpy. It's very colourful though, I think. Probably not my most favourite game here, it's very weird. Button mapping's a bit odd as well here on it. So guys, one of the differences between the Evercade and the Pocket Go here is that there's more options. There's still the same usual save states. There's actually more options of things too. You can change the setup, the video setup, the sound. Whereas on the Evercade it's very limited, which I'll show you in a little minute. So let's have a look at the Evercade equivalent. Here is 8 eyes on the Evercade. You see that the options are more limited. This is the sort of main menu. The options aren't quite as good as the Pocket Go, so that's something that the Pocket Go definitely does better. Let's have a look at the actual game. This is on the Pico Interactive Collection 1. So, play the same level. So you see the emulation is quite good. I'm not sure if it's as colourful. I think the sound's slightly better on the Evercade. Let's have a look. Yeah, the sound is much better. It's crisper. The controls are actually a little bit more responsive as well. Yeah. Button mapping is clearly better too. I can't destroy that guy. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's slightly more colourful on here or on the Pocket Go. But I think the main differences that I notice really is the sound. Definitely sounds better and the controls are slightly more responsive. But saying, if you look at the in-game options, there's not really a lot you can do apart from save states, load states and settings, whereas the Pocket Go you can do a lot. You can mess about with the video and sounds, but yeah, I'd say the Evercade version is probably slightly better for sure. So let's have a look at some more games. So now having a look at Bad Dude. It's not clear not this better. This is the NES version again. And something that might quite apparent, the sound's not particularly amazing. Seems to be a little bit of interference on it. It just sounds a little bit tinny maybe. Let's get to the action. Yeah, you can definitely hear the interference in the sound here. Button mapping's okay in this game. But again, the sound's not amazing. It looks okay. It looks nice and colourful enough. But it sounds very tinny. There's quite a lot of interference in the sound with the sounds of it. Yeah. It seems quite slow. You see there's actually quite a bit of slowdown here. Yeah, it seems like it's struggling a little bit to play. Don't really know if that was apparent in the actual original, but yeah, it seems slow. Anyway, let's have a look at the Evercade version. Okay, so Bad Dudes is on the Data East collection on the Evercade. Should be the same version as what we just played. Data East. Yeah, I think something that becomes quite apparent right away is the sound is definitely superior. It's like it's been cleaned up a little bit or something, but yeah, the emulation's better here. Let's get to it. Okay. Oh, it's a lot smoother too. Wow. Wow! Yeah, it seems to move quicker. Yeah, it's not the console's not struggling as much as the Pocket Go seems to be struggling a little bit playing it. Yeah, sounds better too. Wow, yeah. You can see the difference, can't you? It's not slow, it's not struggling to play. It's quicker, it's more fluid, that's for sure. I'm not particularly good at this game, but you can feel the difference in the jumping, the punching. Yeah, much better. Yeah, quite impressed so far. So far the Evercade's definitely handling the games better than the Pocket Go. You can see why a lot of people really like this machine, because the emulation is very good. So let's have a look at some other games. He's now having a look at Fighter's History, which is, there was a game on the SNES. This is like a Street Fighter sort of clone, which is very good, really good. Let's have a look. I think graphically it seems quite good. Colourful enough. That mapping seems okay. It's colourful enough, it certainly sounds quite good. I'd say the SNES emulation is much better than the NES emulation was. Yeah, it definitely sounds better. That's the only difference. The screen is so small and it's quite hard to make it out. I do like this game, it is very good. Probably one of the better Street Fighter clones that are out there. Might even be better than Street Fighter, controversially. Oh. Okay, now that actually shows up quite well on the Pocket Go. I'm quite impressed. Sounds graphically is pretty spot on. So let's have a look and compare that now to the Evercade version. So again, this is on the Data East collection. fighter's history. I like to try and get this one to full screen. Some games do work better looking full screen, or some just look squashed. I think this one, it looks pretty good if it's on the widescreen version. So let's play as the same fighter. Let me turn the sound up a bit. See, graphic looks quite nice. I'm not sure if the colours look slightly more washed out on this version, which is strange. Sounds good though, does sound good. Yeah, I'm not sure whether stretching out. The colours look slightly washed out, maybe, just me. Sounds good though. So between the two versions there's not a lot of difference. Obviously this screen is bigger on this and it's easier to make out. But I think the Pocket Go actually holds up pretty well on this version. Definitely. Yeah, I'd say so. There's not much in it, I think, in the two versions. I'd say this one would probably be a draw on the look of it. So yeah, let's look at Earthworm Jim. The main thing you notice here is it's very colourful. Button mapping's really good on the Pocket Go in general, which I think isn't always the same on the Evercade. You can see it's very colourful. I mean, it's spot on, sounds really good, for sure. Yeah, there's nothing really wrong with this version at all. Sounds good, looks really good. Wow, yeah, it's decent enough. No slow down at all either, which was apparent in some of the other games there, but yeah, not so bad at all. Let's have a look at the Evercade version of this. So this Earthworm Jim on the Interplay collection. Let's have a look at it on the Evercade. See, let's stretch out a little bit. You can see it is very colourful. It's probably even more colourful than the Pocket Go version. The emulation's really good here. Yep. Sounds good. Button mapping's not so good though. That's something that's not particularly great about this version. The button mapping's very different. Doesn't seem to be right. Sounds good though, but I don't really get the button mapping situation on here. Looks great. I always forget what one the jump button is, but sound wise, colourful, slow down, perfect. Everything's really good apart from the button mapping here. It's going to be a personal choice of one's better here, I think, guys. I think if Evercade can maybe sort out sort of manual button mapping on here, that may help. I think you can actually change it in this game. I always thought you could actually, maybe it's in the main menu, but you can change the button to help. But yeah, I think the big screen definitely benefits here. It seems slightly more colourful, but there's not much to choose between the two versions, I would say. Let's have a look at some more. So we're having a look now at Midnight Resistance. You can see it looks really colourful. Sounds really good. Button mapping's maybe a tad odd on this though. Really not sure what button mapping's all about, but jump button's not quite what you'd expect to be, and shooting's not the same either, but it looks really nice, it's colourful, sounds great. Oops. Yeah, this is pretty good, I'd say. It's not struggling, it's not slowing down too much. A little bit of flickering in the graphics there though. Yeah, I see a bit of slowdown now that the tanks come on. Oh, dead already. Yeah, it's not so bad. Let's have a look at the Evercade version. So, Midnight Resistance on the Data East collection again. Should be the same version as that's running. Hopefully I'll check out the button mapping on the Evercade. Oh, this definitely seems... Obviously the graphics are bigger and the screen's bigger, it helps here, but it definitely looks better, I'd say, on here. Button mapping is better too, I'd say. Oh, maybe not, no, the jump button's up here. Okay. I'm just as bad at this version, and let's see if this one has a bit of slowdown compared to the Pocket Go. It's not so bad, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not so bad at all, I'd say. Oh, I'd say this version is probably slightly better than the Pocket Go. It seems to handle it a lot better, I'd say. It's slightly more colourful as well. Sounds about the same, but yeah. I'd say Evercade comes out better here. I think some of these could be a personal preference, right enough, but yeah. It seems more colourful, graphically seems a bit better. For sure. Let's have a look at some more. So guys, having a look at some of the different things that can be done on the Pocket Go as compared to the Evercade. At the moment there, you can obviously play arcade games on the Pocket Go. There is an arcade cartridge planned for next year on the Evercade, so that'll be interesting to see how that copes with it. But let's have a look at how the Pocket Go plays some arcade games. Let's have a look at Final Fight. You can see some of the sort of text is broken up. Immediately you kind of know you've got a problem. This sounds a bit iffy. Okay, let's... Okay, you can probably hear that the sound's all broken up. Looks really nice though, graphically it's pretty much spot on. It's really good. Sounds, it's jumping all over the place, frame rate's slow. But interesting to know if Evercade picked this as a game. I mean, this is one of my favourite arcade games of recent years. It's definitely one of my favourite arcade games of all time, probably. This isn't probably the greatest version to play it on, obviously it's a small screen. It's quite slow, the frame rate's choppy, the sound's a bit choppy. Looks good though, does look good. So you can't really fault that, but it's not perfect, is it? Sounds all over the place. But considering the size of this thing, it's not so bad at all. Another bonus on the Pocket Go is that it can play PlayStation 1 games. Not particularly great, but it can play them. Some are choppier than others. Let's have a look at Wipeout running on here. So let's get straight into it. It seems to handle Wipeout quite well. Some of the other PlayStation 1 games not so much, but this one's not too bad. Not sure what the Evercade's going to be playing going forward, but we'll find out soon enough. At the moment it's just 8-bit and 16-bit games, whereas this is... So yeah, big jump. See there's a small jump in the sound, but graphically it looks really, really decent. It's not much slowdown at all, which is pretty impressive. Not quite impressed that I actually can play this. There's a bit hit and miss in some of the other games, but I think this is really quite impressive. Button mapping spot on too. The shoulder buttons work pretty much as per, you know, slowing down each side. So yeah, so let's have a look at some of the other games that the Evercade can play. So guys, going to have a look at the Megacat Studios collection, which is probably one of the more impressive collections available for the Evercade. This has a lot of games that were not yet released or release limited. So let's have a look at it and see what it can do. They're a mixture of 8-bit and 16-bit games, or sort of Mega Drive games, SNES games and NES games. Some are fairly new that were released only in the past couple of years. So let's have a look at Tanzer. This was released a few years ago. It was a sort of Mega Drive, actually released in cartridge, which you could purchase. So let's have a look at it. This one is really impressive to me. It's like a hack and slash game, like a kind of a Strider style game. And this kind of shows what the Evercade can do. And it works really well on this. Kind of bizarre, it's really colourful, it sounds really good. Let's see, not sure what the story's about yet, but let's have a look. This is an impressive game. So you've got jump, shoot, jump, shoot, jump, shoot in it. You can see it looks good, there's a lot going on. It's addictive, it's really cool, it's fast, it's fun. It's quite hard though, yeah, it does get really hard. And obviously you can save state if you're stuck, but it's good. This is probably one of the best games on the Evercade at the moment. I mean, that's debatable, but it's technically one of the most impressive, I'd say. You can see it's colourful, sounds good, no slowdown either. Yeah, I love it, I really do love this game, it really is good. Hard though, tricky, frustrating, but yeah, it's really, really decent. Difficult not to enjoy that, really good. So guys, in summary, I'd like to say I really like both of them. Obviously the Pocket Go is pretty small, it's a lot smaller than you probably realise. The Evercade fits nicer in your hand, the buttons are probably more responsive, some of the emulation is definitely better, but you're limited at the moment the amount of games you've got, whereas with the Pocket Go you can add as many games as you like, as long as you have the ROMs, and it can play arcade, PS1, with some limited success, but all in all, I think they're both really good. I think the Evercade probably just slightly wins. I think it's got really good potential if Evercade release more cartridges and they have better support with the games. It's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. The Pocket Go is really good. It's probably even cheaper. It's, for what it is, it's particularly good. It's tiny, it can fit your pocket, take it anywhere. Evercade's slightly bigger. And it's probably a more collectible thing, the fact that you've got your cartridges that are collectible. Maybe a bit controversial, but at least it keeps you in there. The fact that you need to pay for something and it's physical and it's properly licensed is probably a plus point. Whereas the Pocket Go, you need to have access to all the ROMs and have your own ROMs. But obviously it's limitless of what you can actually play on it. But you see here that the sound's probably not amazing at times on the Pocket Go. Graphically it's fine, but maybe some slowdown occasionally. Where the Evercade, I've not really seen any issues with slowdown. Graphics are always spot on. Sounds are reasonably quite decent. Just the only thing, sometimes the button mapping isn't particularly amazing. But these things can be sorted out. Guys, I'll leave links in the description below for both of these machines if you're interested in buying them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.